Hey guys, the world that you see outside isn't separate from you, it is you. A projection, a mirror, a response to your state of being. Let this sink in. Hear me carefully. Your 3D reality, your circumstances, the people you meet, the money you have or lack, your relationship, your health is not happening to you but from you. You are the observer and the creator. The seed itself and the fruit too. You're the light and the mirror. So, because in your reality, there is nothing that exists other than you. You always have to remind yourself every single day this very thing. 3D is the reflection of you. It means everything about you, which is going inside of you, is going to get reflected for you, which is by you, and only you will be the one who will be experiencing it or perceiving it as well. There is no one else other than you. It's your movie, you're creating it, directing it, and you're the one who's the viewer of that movie. And after that, the emotions that get created, again, you'll be the one who'll be feeling it. So your experience is also yours after it is projected in the 3D. As we all always say, everything is you pushed out. Means it's all about you and no one else other than you. Everything and everyone in your reality is a reflection of your inner assumptions, your beliefs, your emotions, your self concept. Or you can say, in my words, I say self, inner self talk, right? Imagination is the key. It does 1000% create your reality. Assumptions are the base of the result that you experience or creation. And it's not metaphoric, it is literally true. You have been experiencing the same thing. You can go back in your past and you can analyze each and every thought of yours, each and every assumption of yours in the past. You will find the answer that yes, it's true. Imagination indeed is the blueprint. Energy is the substance, it is the core, it is the cause of everything. 3D is nothing but just the result of it. When you assume yourself to be rich, loved, chosen, or worthy, the 3D will bend. The 3D is going to bend. Undoubtedly, there are 0% chances that it's not going to give you results because that's the law. It cannot go against the law. You assume, you'll get the result. You feel, you'll get the result. You sow the seed, there has to be a tree on it. There are going to be branches, leaves, trunk, and the fruit, of course. It's going to germinate. There's no chance that it's not going to germinate. The tree is the reflection of that seed that you sowed, right, under the soil. Let's take an example of rejection. Think of a person who always feels rejected. They can enter any room no matter what. It might not be, we're not just talking about the relationship. You will see that that person is getting rejected everywhere, be it his interview place, be it his own friends whom he's going to meet, like old friends. They might not gel with him back again the right way. The best friends might start showing a different way. New strangers, like strange people, might not like to come to this person at all. But why is it all happening? Like all sides, the same result because of just one assumption. He might be thinking that, oh, probably my relationship is showing me the result. But no, he will all be miserable thinking the whole day that why am I getting rejected from all the sides, right? So you might have heard people saying, at first place, my relationship is not going great, but when the problem comes, it comes from all sides. My interviews are not working properly, this is not working, that is also not working. So, why everyone faces this? Because somewhere he has sowed the seed which is not correct in the form of his assumption. So now you get it that the whole cause is the whole thing which is creating all these things, right? So the seed is something that is powerful, not the result. Had he not showed that seed, there would not be such results coming from all the sides. He just had to change the seed, which is called assumption, their internal vibration, because then there'll be a change in the broadcast of a frequency, because it's a pattern, it's not magic. This is called energetic patterning. So, whatever energy you are in, which comes from the quality of thoughts that you create, then comes the assumption, pictures in your head, which accumulate a lot of frequency that becomes a field. It goes out and it brings back the results. So, it is crucial. The 3D is like a boomerang. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to change the concept of yourself. You have to change everything, not just self concept. Your inner self talk that you do the whole day inside of your head, alongside the quality of thoughts that you create, not just for yourself but for others. Because everything matters, because everything is contributing to your frequency. Everything is equally responsible in changing your frequency. And all these things help creating your assumption. So when your assumption changes now, your energy changes. And you will automatically change the world in which you live. So now you tell me who's in charge of all this? You. You are the whole cause of it. The result that you're seeing in 3D, you are the cause of it. Everything is under your control. The moment you change it, result will get changed. So how do we change the conception? In a dialogue, change them. Have an awareness about your repeated assumptions that you keep thinking the whole day or assuming the whole day unnecessarily. That's not even necessary. On top of them, the number is even more through feelings from the end, because assumption is dangerous. You might be thinking that, oh, it's just my assumption. No, but you flow with it and you forget that you start living in the end while having your assumptions. So you already reached the end and you already started assuming from that end state of yours. So that is even more dangerous for you. That's even more harmful for you, because now once it starts, you start looping, because now you have forgotten that, oh, I've been creating this assumption, because you still think that, oh, I'm still here. No, you have gone to the end, you have started assuming from that state. So of course the feeling will change even further, it will get even stronger, and alongside you're also persisting in that same assumption for a very, very long time. You just have to give awareness to what are you assuming, because that is going to set your energy. You also have to pay attention to your thoughts. There are no shortcuts to it. You have to pay attention on all these things. Okay, so in a way we can say the way you contribute in building your personality. What is your personality? How you think. How are the quality of your thoughts? How many thoughts do you think? How much focused you are in your thoughts? Assumption. What are your assumptions? How many times are you looping them in? What are you thinking, feeling, and assuming from the end? That is your personality. Because that is what frequency you are vibrating at. Your frequency or energy decides who you are as a person, or as a soul, or as an energy being, right? So you can say that your personality is made up of how you think, how you act, how you feel, how you assume, and how is your awareness to each time come back. Okay? Because in quantum terms, everything is nothing but energy. And every energy carries a frequency. There's nothing in this whole universe which is not vibrating at a frequency. There's absolutely nothing. Your emotions are electromagnetic signatures which are broadcasted into the field. The quantum field does not respond to your wishes. It responds to who you are being, means what frequency you are vibrating at this very moment. And that keeps changing the whole day. There are thousands of frequencies that you unknowingly or knowingly, because you have lack of awareness, of course it's unknowingly, you touch thousands of frequency the whole day, and each frequency brings a different result. There can be difference in intensities, but they all are negative. So now you know at least that yes, all my thoughts are aligned with a negative frequency. Intensity is getting deeper and deeper. So I know for sure that I'm not going to attract any positive result for sure. So the only thing that I can do is to change my frequency by changing my assumption. There's no other way, because there's no other person who can work on your behalf. It's you. You have to switch to a different state. You have to choose a different energy. You have no other option. Your consistent emotional state, that is your set point. That is something that decides what you're going to attract as the results in your 3D. What kind of experiences you are going to have in all your relationships, even at your work. So when you always stressed, you're attracting more reasons to get stressed, because your subconscious mind is always at work. It's always obeying you. It doesn't know right, wrong. Uh, it's your assumption or it's the reality, because nothing is reality. It it doesn't even know yes or no. Doesn't even know positive or negative. It just have one duty, like a genie. My boss feeling such a way, probably that's what he's trying to broadcast as a signal that okay, I want more of this same feeling. So if you remain sad for the whole day, he's going to bring only similar kind of result. He is working lawfully. He is obeying absolutely right way. It is you who has to change. When you feel abundant, you tune into the timeline where abundance finds you. This is quantum entanglement. We have already spoken about it a lot. Where your inner state is entangled with your reality. So now you might have a question. What is that one thing that can help me with it? So you all know my one answer is always that meditation is something that you should always keep on pedestal. That's the best ever teaching or knowledge that you can ever learn or have to change your state instantly. It helps in breaking your habit very easily, because it leaves you at a nobody state, like a zero state. You don't exist kind of state, a nothingness kind of state, where there is no time, where are where there are no fluctuating feelings or frequencies, which sets you on the calmer water kind of a thing, where you can sail your boat freely. So you are out of that choppy water situation, right? I've already told you this thing. Because when you leave the 3D identity and enter the unified field through meditation, you then collapse the old wave and create new particles. So every time it's like a reset button, right? So when somebody teaches you that you just have to change the assumption, but I tell you always, there's always a middle point, right? From 0 to towards positive on the scale, from 0 to all the negatives in the scale, there comes a point which is 0. So if you are going deep into negative, you have to come back to 0 first. Only then you can move towards the positives. You can't jump on the scale from very minus to the very positive thing. You have to go to that reset button. That reset button is that point where 0 is written. Same is in your case too. Same is in your case of energy and frequency as well. In case of state as well, which is called state of nothingness, and you cannot achieve without understanding or learning the real way, the right way to meditate. And believe me, meditation is not just about breathing. In that moment, you become the cause of your life. So, I always give an example of the ball, right? If you want to hit the ball on the wall with the right and the perfect intensity, your arm has to be that strong. And meditation does that. You know, it resets you and also provides you the best ever energy that you require to move forward on the scale from zero towards positive. And always remember, there's nobody but you are the cause for each result that is happening in your 3D. Your energy is your signal. However, you're feeling, rest assured that something similar is going to happen. Rest assured. You don't even need to ask anybody that I'm feeling like this. What's going to happen? You know it already. What's going to happen? The way you feel inside, the things that you think inside, that's going to happen. Okay? There's no doubt about it, right? Let's not waste time on it. If you wish to hear a specific station on the radio, what do you think? You have an option? No option. You have to turn the knob. You have to tune into that particular frequency of that particular channel. Only then you'll be able to hear that song. Otherwise, not. You can't keep moving the knob towards left and expecting that, oh, all the songs and the news and whatever that is being broadcasted on the radio towards the right, you're going to hear them. No, definitely not, because that's the law. However, whatever frequency you tune in with respect to your frequency, you're going to fetch exactly similar results. So, frequency and state and energy. Just stick by these three, four things, because universe doesn't respond to your request. It catches whatever automatic signals that you're sending from your energy field, your beliefs, your expectations, your emotions, your inner stories. That's your transmission. Nothing else, but you're sending the signals. You're broadcasting them. Now, how will you understand it? So, when you say a word, there's always a feeling behind it, right? Like emotion. So, word plus emotion creates a frequency. Same is with thoughts. Thoughts has some emotion attached to it, frequency gets created. When you visualize something, again it has some feeling, some emotion attached to it. That also results in frequency only. So now you become the frequency each time, with each thought, with each word, with each visualization or picture that you get lost into, you are becoming a frequency. And from now you understand. We always say, you don't attract what you want, but you attract what you are. So now you are this frequency. So what do you think you are going to attract? Whatever frequency you are set on, that you're going to attract. If you want love, don't wait to be loved by the other person. The other person doesn't exist. It's you who has to change and work upon. Be the frequency of love by having similar thoughts, by having similar emotions. And by that, I mean beautiful thoughts. You know, happy thoughts, filling thoughts, which help you raise your vibration at the same time. Peaceful thoughts. If you want wealth, don't wait to be rich. Don't wait for the time, oh, someone will come and give you the opportunity. No. Before that opportunity comes, you have to set the pitch. You have to become that frequency. Only then that signal will get tuned. Like signal from you when it gets broadcasted on the radio, right? It's going to tune in with that opportunity's frequency automatically. Because now you're a magnet. You will automatically attract it towards you. You have to embody it first, understand it. 3D must conform each time because it's the law. It never fails. Let's say you walk into an interview feeling nervous, doubtful, like you're not good enough. Guess what happens? They feel that. They feel that, right? There's always a feeling that everyone senses. Likewise, when you are vibrating at a frequency, the desire that you're looking for also feels or sense the energy that you're vibrating at. So now your desire is there. Desire is already there, waiting for your frequency to get tuned in with that desired frequency. But just because, and it's waiting for you to tune your frequency with the desired frequency. Unless it happens, desire will not show up. But the moment it tunes into the desired frequency, it will show up in no time. But you will have to reach that frequency first. Otherwise, you are just keeping your desire on the shelf and waiting it to get dropped from the shelf. Why will it drop? Unless you stretch your hand and bring it. Unless, so in this case, unless you vibrate high, unless you tune into the frequency of that desire's frequency, there are no chance that it is going to fall in your lap. Absolutely no chance. Because the signal is not going towards that desire. Whenever you have to pick a thing from the shelf, first you create a thought that, oh, I want that thing from the shelf. Then what happens? You feel that, oh, yes, yes, I want it. Then you take an action. You stretch your hand. So physically you are stretching your hand, but already you created that frequency, which made you stretch the hand, which made you think about that desire, which made you look at that desire, which made you stand up and stretch hand and hold the desire. So it's all your frequency that is making you do it. You're not doing it yourself. And there you have it. When you walk in the state of worthiness, when you embody worthiness, when you don't fake it like inside, you can fake it outside in the 3D, but not faking inside. You are energetically aligned with worthiness, and bingo, guess what? You're going to attract or magnetize towards worthiness. You will achieve or receive all the results in your 3D from all the sides, which will prove that yes, you are worthy of love, you're worthy of money, you're worthy of all the abundance, wealth, relationship, good people, respect, and all of those things. If you feel like you always attract emotionally unavailable people, it's not them, it is your pattern. You're assuming that people leave, or you assume, no, he's not going to do that. She's not going to do that. I know that she's going to meet someone else. I know that she's meeting with someone else. I know he's going to cheat. I know something's going. Who's making all these assumptions? You are making those assumptions. So what do you think they're going to reflect? Exactly that. Exactly that they are going to play as their part, because you are writing their script with your own hands, with your own mind, energetically. There's no other way than changing the script. The script won't change unless you change the energy. Energy won't change unless you change your thoughts and assumption at first place. And that won't happen unless you have a reset. So again, you have to go back and try to meditate first. Leave everything aside and meditate. If you know the right way of meditation, meditate, you will know when you have got the reset, and you will know if you have not got the reset yet. So until you get the reset, you don't need to assume anything, because you don't know there are a lot of hidden frequencies. You might be thinking you have changed, you have shifted, and now you started thinking all positive things. But no, frequency is a tricky thing. It's not as simple as you think it is. That I'm thinking positive, so nothing negative is going to happen. No, intensity also matters in case of frequency. So you don't just have to learn about the frequency. So I'm going to make another video on it. Not just the frequency, but its intensity also matters. What is the intensity of that frequency? What is the quality of that frequency? If you are not going to throw the ball with the complete strength, it might drop like 1 inch away from your hand. It's going to hit the wall only if you have the complete strength in your arm. The arm is same, the ball is same, the wall is same. The thought and assumption is also same, that okay, I want to throw this ball and I want it to hit the wall and come back. But guess what? If intensity is not right, still you're not going to make it. So not just the frequency that is important. You have to learn, and you have to keep this in mind, that intensity of frequency is also as important. And then you start assuming that people love me, they prioritize me, they respect me. I know he's the loyal one, I know she's the loyal one, I know she or he is dedicated in this relationship. First you cause it, only then it's going to happen. But before comes the reset and intensity of the frequency. Always remember, this is a very, very important point. You then change the script. Assume love all around you. But to assume love, you have to fill yourself with love. That will be the highest frequency intensity, right? When it becomes your habit to love each and every person from within, you might not show it outside, but okay, inside of you at least you have that. Because then genuinely you'll start doing a lot of things that will tell you, that will send the signal that what exact frequency of love you are at. Like, what is the intensity of the frequency in case of love? And that will decide how you're going to get love from your partner, from your neighbors, friends, colleagues, strangers. You will get signs from everywhere. So, you know. So, in quantum physics, we know the observer effect. Everyone knows it now, right? That the observer affects the observed. The double slit experiment showed that particles behave differently when washed. What does that mean? Consciousness alters the outcome. Your awareness, your intention is bending photons into form. So when you observe yourself as lucky, chosen, blessed, the world rearranges itself. This is why scripting works, why visualization works, why inner conversation work really, really well. Because your focus is now changing the outcome. You completely get lost into it. And this brings us to a powerful truth. You are here not to react, you are here to select. Reality isn't fixed, it's fluid, it's multidimensional, and you are the selector. The consciousness choosing the channel. 3D is just your echo, but you are the voice. We always say, and you can experiment it, that don't just think that, oh, I want that, oh, I want this, because now you're just keeping your desire at, like, at a distance from yourself, and you, it's more like you're sitting here and looking at it. That's all you're doing nothing. When you say, I want that, I want this, I wish that, you're just looking at it. It's on the shelf in your room. You're not reaching out the right way. No frequency reaching to it. And that's when we say, think from it, or live in the end. Because only then you will be able to twist the frequency with the desired frequency that will decide whether this desire will come to you or not. Don't look at the money and say, I want it. Become a person and think, how would you behave? How would you think or act if having money was your second nature? If you were born rich, if you had a lot of money every single day, how would you act then? Would you be having similar thoughts that you have now? Would you be having exactly same feelings and anxieties and excessive thinking about money? would you ever attach it to your want and as your desire? Because once you keep make something your desire, you are keeping it at a distance. I want that, it's not here, it's there on the shelf. So how do you think you're going to match the frequency? You will not be able to. That will be difficult, definitely it's going to be difficult. But when you think from it, you would then be seeing yourself writing checks for other people. You would then be seeing like you're investing money, in some property or some gold or anything. Then you would be seeing yourself like you are lending money to people happily. There will also be a thought like, because you have a lot of money, you are not worried whether this money comes back to me or not, and you will still be peaceful about it. You will not be filled with anxiety as you are right now. So see, when the shift happens, when the energy changes, the set of thoughts, the sets of emotions, the set of your assumption, they instantly change. The whole picture changed. Visualization changed. Earlier, I was looking at the desire from a distance, but now I'm there and I'm writing checks, I'm giving money, I'm doing charity, I'm buying gold. So, see, it changed. That is what one should always act from. You would then be happy. So, your face would be looking completely peaceful, neutral about money, no anxiety about money. Probably now you don't check the bank app because now you know you don't have any money in it. But would it be the case when you have a lot of money? No. Probably you will check the bank app 10 to 20 times a day because now the money is getting dropped again and again. So see the difference? See the difference. The app was already there on the phone, but earlier you were not even looking at the app or touching it. So no energy transfer happening in this area. No energy creation is happening in this area because your belief system is stuck there in that previous old low frequency that you don't have it. Assumption made, thoughts created, and very limited. On the other hand, other person would be doing completely different thing. He would be checking the app 1,000 times. He would be peaceful, neutral. His visualization will change definitely. That's what called living in the end. And that's a very, very good practice. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between imagined or real. So why not imprint something good? Why not impress your subconscious mind with something that you want? Anyway, you're faking. And your subconscious mind is not judgmental. People are not understanding this thing that they should take advantage of this particular thing. That if my subconscious mind doesn't know what's real and fake, I can still be fake, and that's going to send a signal to my subconscious mind, and he's going to help me in all ways and forms in my 3D. That is going to be helpful. Why don't you guys do that? Do it. Learn it. Practice it. Impress the subconscious mind by repetition. Repetition now doesn't mean that you are repeating it 1 lakh times a day. No, but naturally. How a natural person, like how a person who has a lot of money in his bank account and he's having a continuous flow of money through different sources of income on the bank application on his phone, how would he be checking bank applications? He would be very extremely natural about it. That, oh, let me check if something came. That's all. He will not be filled with anxiety or any overwhelming things. Even if a lot of money comes, he will still be natural and extremely neutral about it. But okay, it comes every day, so okay, fine, I checked it. So, or probably he might think, oh, I received money from this bank or from this customer or client. Let me invest this money on this new project of mine. This is how his thoughts and patterns would be, extremely natural and neutral. And he, when he thinks this naturally fewer times a day, that is what called repetition. Repetition doesn't mean you become a parrot almost, that you're repeating it 1,000 times. That feels really fake. Fake means subconscious mind doesn't know you're faking, but your frequency will become lower. And then you'll get confused again. But I faked it, but it's still not happening. Why is it not happening? Because along with faking, you have to also keep in check your frequency, that it's not going low with that faking. That's why it's not easy to understand frequency. It's tricky to work with frequency at the same time, all these things, and your subconscious mind. You have to learn it. And that's why meditations are so important. That what is that one thing which will set me on the reset button? Because for me to understand all these things and practice with the current frequency that I'm in, projecting everything from here, starting everything from this negative frequency, it's going to be difficult. So always try to reach to that zero state. And meditation help you beautifully in this. They take you beyond time and into the field where you can actually feel the emotion of the future right now. They have got that power. Because when you feel it now, you collapse time. So that phenomena of time that was in your head for a longer time, when will it come? How many days it's going to show up? It's being really long time and my desire is yet not there. All those things are going to disappear from your dictionary because now your experiences are going to change 1,000%. Sure, because now you have learned how to embody it. You no longer look for the time because it's not there. Even you are now able to manifest things super fast. You have become it. You no longer even ask or worry about it. Now let's go deeper and take it little practically. Ask yourself, what am I feeling most of the time? What are my thoughts the whole day? And how many times I'm creating similar thoughts? What are their qualities? Are they vibrating at a low frequency or high frequency? Along with my thoughts, what am I expecting without realizing it? Are there any hidden emotions that I'm saying something, assuming something, and feeling altogether something else? Bring your awareness to become extremely precise about analyzing all these things. You have to be working minutely on all these things. Your awareness has to be of that level. It's not just the mere word awareness, it's extremely deep and extremely important to have and learn. What stories am I replaying about people, money, health, and love? No matter you are manifesting, say just one thing, okay? Anything. But in those moments also, or in that period of time also, what are your thoughts and feelings and assumptions and visualizations about other things in the world which might not be related to your desire? It's completely fine. But what are those? Because they, each one of them is contributing to your field, your frequency. Every single assumption, no matter it's related to your desire or not, it is getting added up. So that is also going to harm or aid in your desire to come fast or just stay there and not show up at all. So it's extremely crucial to know what are the thoughts that you are creating at the moment about other things as well. Ask yourself, what is my dominant energetic tone? Like most of the time of the day, what kind of person I am, which kind of energy I deal with, or I stay in, or I prefer being in. Ask yourself these questions. And for that, you have to go within. You can't looking at the world and know about yourself because you are deep. You have to dive deep first. This is called an energy audit. You don't change what you don't notice. So let's bring it all to light. You have to notice. To notice, you have to go deep. And you have to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper within you. Let's use a technique, okay? Pick any area of your life. For example, say money. Have a check on all the thoughts that you have about money. How easy and difficult you think it is, and what are your actual assumption or belief systems also with respect to money. At how much can I earn? What are the limitations? So that will show you the conditioning that you have been in so far. Is your energy in lack or aligned with abundance already? Or whether you have to work on it. You have to audit these things. Look at yourself. Go within yourself. Sit in silence and think about these things. Once you're aware, change it. But before, meditation comes for your rescue, for the reset. Before changing something from negative to positive, please, it's my advice to all of you that come to a reset, because all your relationships also are dependent on this. Your money, your health, your appearance, everything is dependent on this reset. The better the reset you do, the better intensity you're going to create while thinking positive. Your inner conversations should be, money flows to me. I know it does. It's so easy for me to receive money. I receive money all the time. Visualize, see yourself that you're being extremely easy with money. You're paying for things easily. You're joyfully giving it to people. When you're giving it to the needies, you're not thinking twice that whether should I give it to him or not. You will not be thinking twice. You, because then you'll be filled with gratitude. You would love to do that. And my suggestion is, even if you don't have any penny in your pocket, please prefer helping to those who do not have it. And bless them also. Feel or practice the sensation of already being secure. You have to do it daily as a discipline, or you may call it a ritual, but you have to practice this daily because it's not in your practice already. If your 3D reflects your energy and your energy flows from your identity, then it's time to shift who you think you are. Check that are you still operating as your past, as the version of you who was abandoned, broke, or unseen. Then reality will keep replaying the same song. And now, when you want a different result, it means you have to switch or tune into a different radio station, which means a different frequency. Only then your results are going to be different. Create your future self identity. How would that person who has money will think? How would that person who is in a loving relationship and a peaceful relationship, a grounded relationship, how would he be thinking? How would he be operating from? What would be his mental state? How would be his behavior? How would be his nature? How do they treat their body, their time, their relationship? So, your 3D is not fixed. It is not punishing you. And there is nothing luck. It's showing you, the real you, what you are as a frequency being and what you are projecting. So your 3D result actually are telling you that hey, you're getting similar result from all the sides. It means this is your frequency at the moment, or probably it has been for some time. If you want to see the change in the results, please go within yourself, have a reset through meditation, change the energy or change the frequency and have a shift, and then automatically they're going to reflect back again in 3D with a different set of results in the same fields or in the same areas. The whole world will reflect that. Every single person, even their thoughts will change for you. This isn't a motivational statement, it's quantum mechanics. You are consciousness, you are the field, you are the power. So now ask yourself, what is your energy reflecting at the moment? Who are you being today? How are you projecting things? What are your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and frequency? What frequency you are tuned in today? Because once you align your inner state, if you do work on your frequency and if you switch to a better frequency, 3D has no choice but to obey. And that's the law. Thank you for watching. Share with everyone ready to take full command of their life, because 3D is your mirror. Make it majestic, make it marvelous. Write your own story, make your own script. Make everyone deliver the dialogues you have written for them. Write your own rules. but for positive only. Thanks for watching. Thank you so very much.